The blood-stained apiary. I remember the moment the world shifted beneath me, the ground cracking and swallowing my dreams whole. It was the day I was fired, the day my family gathered in their usual circle of derision and disbelief, and the day they made it clear that my obsession with the occult was nothing but a dark stain on our family name. Demon bees? My brother had laughed, shaking his head as if I were a child trying to catch fireflies in a jar. You're going to ruin your life chasing shadows. You've lost it, haven't you? The echoes of their mockery still haunt me. My parents, their faces twisted with disappointment, called my research insane, as if I were a madman lost in a labyrinth of my own making. They didn't understand that the bees, these supposed spirits of the damned, were my salvation, the only thing that felt real in a world that had turned against me. After the sabotage of my honey harvests, which I still believe was a conspiracy, the only solace I found was in the whispered secrets of the hives I had come to know intimately. Years passed, and while they continued their mundane lives, I delved deeper into the arcane. I became a pariah, yes, but a powerful one. I bred the rare carnivorous spirit bees, creatures that thrived on the essence of the damned. I learned their rhythms, their dances. I became their master. And they became my allies. The world may have mocked me, but the knowledge I uncovered was undeniable. I was no longer merely an outcast. I was an expert, a reluctant harbinger of truths that lay hidden beneath the surface of our reality. And then I returned home. The air was thick with the scent of familiarity, tainted by memories of ridicule and rejection. My family's house stood unchanged, as if the years had only served to deepen the shadows lurking in every corner. I knocked on the door, and when it creaked open, I was met with a silence that screamed louder than their laughter ever had. "What do you want?" My father's voice cut through the stillness, a blade of disdain. "I'm here to show you," I replied, a chill settling in my bones. I stepped inside, the warmth of the home now feeling foreign, hostile. "I've uncovered something you should see." Their reaction was predictable, a mixture of apprehension and annoyance. My mother's eyes darted around as if searching for an escape, her disappointment palpable. But I pressed on, revealing an ornate glass case I had brought with me. Inside were the Carnivorous Spirit Bees, their bodies shimmering with an otherworldly glow. The hives pulsed with a life that was both beautiful and terrifying. "They feed on the essence of the lost," I explained. "The spirits trapped in this world. They're real, and they carry a truth that even you can't ignore." My brother stepped closer, skepticism etched on his face. "You expect us to believe this? You've gone too far this time. You need help." The truth was, I didn't need their belief. I needed to show them. I opened the lid of the case, and a low hum filled the room, a symphony of desperation and hunger. The bees began to swarm, their wings weaving patterns in the air like whispers of the damned. My family recoiled, their faces pale, disbelief morphing into horror as the swarm spiraled around them. "What have you done?" my mother shrieked, backing away, her hands trembling. "I've brought them home, just like you said I should," I replied, my voice calm but laced with an urgency that resonated through the chaos. "You wanted proof, didn't you? You wanted to see the truth." And then it happened. One by one, the bees struck, their stingers piercing through the veil of disbelief. My family gasped, their yells mingling with the buzzing frenzy as they flailed against the invisible force that surrounded them. The air thickened with dread, their faces contorting in pain as the bees feasted on their fear, siphoning the essence of their very souls. "Please stop," my brother cried, his bravado shattered. "We were wrong. We believed in you." But it was too late. The truth had taken root, and I could only stand and watch as the weight of their ridicule became the darkness that consumed them. They had thought me mad, and now they bore witness to the horrors I had faced, horrors they had dismissed as fantasy. Their disbelief had summoned a curse they could not escape. As the last of their screams faded into a haunting silence, the bees returned to their hive, their bellies full, their wings glistening with the weight of the souls they had claimed. I stood alone, a witness to the transformation of my family, from mockers to victims of their own ignorance. In that moment, I understood the price of disbelief. The truth I had uncovered was a dark crown, a reminder that knowledge comes with a cost. Yet, I felt a wave of vindication wash over me. They had called me insane, delusional, but now I was something else entirely. I was a conduit of dark knowledge, an apiarist who had ventured into the abyss and returned with the truth. The house fell silent, and I turned to leave. As I stepped through the threshold, I felt the weight of my family's legacy shift behind me. Their voices, once filled with disdain, now echoes in the void, a chilling reminder of what they had lost. I had emerged from the shadows, not merely as a survivor, but as a harbinger of the unseen. As I walked away, a chilling realization settled in. I was no longer the outcast. I was a warning, and the world would soon learn to fear the truths I carried.